Hey guys, this is Autotech. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and a kind of short review and a little test of the Xena X2 disc brake lock. And I didn't see that Xena carried a cable reminder, so I just went with the Kryptonite Cable Reminder. And we'll get to why I have that and stuff like that. So let's just dive right into it and get opening this package. I had to cheat a little bit. I couldn't get it open with one hand, so I pre-opened it a little bit, but this will be the first opening. Oh, look at that, eh? Not much to it. 3 sets of keys, the master key that I'm supposed to register online, and a lock. Fuck, this thing's kind of heavy, actually. Like, if I had to take a rough guess, I'd probably say just a touch over a pound. The reason I went with the X2 is because it has the 14 millimeter pin, so it's a pretty beefy pin, as you can see, and it has 47 millimeters from the pin to the back of the lock. Let's just double check that those are right. Yep, 47 millimeters. All right, perfect. Now, I wasn't too sure if that would totally work, but so I went bigger. Like, they also offer an X1 and stuff like that, so I knew that with my Harley rotors being a little bit bigger, you know, whatever, I'll just go for it, see what happens. So I really haven't looked at any instructions, but it seems like it's going to be pretty straightforward. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe turn it the other way. Oh, there we go, and it's spring-loaded. All right, cool. So let's go to the bike and see how it fits. So most people use this on their front wheel, and that there's no really right or wrong. So we'll try it on the front wheel first. So I'll slide it over, push that in. Oh, look at that. Nothing to it. Fits in there real nice. Good thing I actually went with the 47 mil, because that pretty well fills that lock right up. Not much room for play there. Doesn't really move. Perfect. Now, one thing I didn't put on there right now is that cable reminder. And I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put that cable reminder on there. And then I'm going to show you why I fucking put it on there. Alright, so imagine you've had a long day at work. You just want to fucking get home. You walk up to your bike, swing your fucking leg over it, start it up, and you go to drive away. Now, if you fucking drive away with this lock on, you're gonna have a really bad time. So what this cable does is just right there, like, it's just a reminder is all it is. So when you go to reach there, you're gonna either touch it or you're gonna see the bright orange, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, why is that there? And then you're gonna remember, oh yeah, I have a disc lock on there. I'm gonna have to look and see if I can find any pictures of what happens if you ride away with this on. But I can tell you right now what's gonna happen. This is gonna come around and then it's gonna get jammed up in here. You're probably gonna break your caliper or the mount, and then you're gonna be up for a lot of money. And it's gonna be super embarrassing because there's gonna be a bunch of people around. Your front tire is gonna lock up. You're gonna dump the bike. You're gonna land flat on your fucking face. And it's just going to be a really bad time. So what I plan to do with mine is I actually plan to put this on the rear disc, which we're going to do in just a second. But why I plan to do that, it's not such an issue on my bike. But on some bikes, you can literally just undo this, rip this rod out, and then you could get the front tire off. And, you know, with 3 people, 3 strong young lads, you could wheel the bike away while 2 people hold the front of the bike up. So my theory behind putting it on the rear is it's going to be just a little bit more of a deterrent, because that's all this stuff really is. Like, don't get too caught up in the fact that, oh, this is solid steel with hardened barrel, whatever, fuck, blah, blah, blah. That's all just brochure crap. If someone wants to steal your bike, they're gonna steal your bike. And if they're professionals, something like this, like, they probably have some sort of torch. They'll just blow a hole right through it. They don't care about the rotor or the wheel, because chances are when they're stealing your bike, it's not because they think, oh man, this bike looks sweet, I want to ride this thing. It's because they want your engine, or they want your transmission, or they want something off of it. And it's quicker just to steal the whole bike and then part it out afterwards. So, coming around to the rear here, let's see. Oh, it's a little bit of a tighter fit. And, oh, there we go, it fits. Just barely. So there's even less room on that rear rotor. So as you can see, like right there, right where my finger is, like you've got maybe a mil, 2 mils at the most. So like it definitely will fit on that rear rotor though. I just noticed that I'm going to have a slight issue with this actually on the back. I'm not going to be able to fit that cable in between here, that reminder cable. So that kind of sucks. You know, oh, maybe. Yeah, I think if I swing it up to the top there, I'm going to take that off, see if I can put it up towards the top there and still have the cable on there. So with the way that these rotors are slotted, I guess, I was able to put this up towards like a smaller part of the slot and still get the cable reminder in there. But now I'm not thinking, ooh boy, that's pretty tight actually. Yeah, I don't really like that. I'd have to have the wheels turned like this. Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't think longer versions of these are available. So yeah, I'm not, like it's not pulled tight or anything. It's just if the wind was blowing, I mean, it would probably scuff my paint. Yeah, I'll have to do some thinking on that one. Maybe if I don't know, hooked it to the peg maybe. Let's give that a go. Nope, that's even tighter. Huh. Well, if you guys have any ideas on where I could hook this to be a good reminder when I use it, so that I don't ride away and potentially ruin my day, let me know in the comments. I just did some thinking actually. This bike's on a jack right now, so this rear suspension is all the way out as far as it's going to go while these shocks are attached, and my handlebars are straight forward, which they never are when I'm parked. They're always to the right, and then when I'm sitting, the bike gets about 3/4 of an inch of sag. So I think hooking it to here won't be an issue. But I mean, if you still have a good suggestion on where I could hook it, you know, that wouldn't stretch it across the paint like that, I'm definitely open to suggestions. So while I have your guys' attention, and for all of you Breakout fans, I happen to have a Breakout sitting right here to test this on. Thank you for your contribution to this video, Angry Ginger. So make sure that fits over that rear rotor real nice. Okay, perfect. And it would appear that his rear rotor actually has more room than mine did. So that's perfect. So if you have a Breakout, you can definitely put it on the rear. And just so there's no chance of a screw up or any questions, let's check the front. Perfect. So it fits on the front and rear with plenty of room for the cable on a 2015 Breakout as well. Perfect. The whole reason that I got to thinking about getting a disc lock and the cable reminder and stuff is the Angry Ginger and I have a trip coming up this summer, and it's going to be quite a bit different from my last cross-country trip where I was just on the bike non-stop, never stopped, went to bed at 11 o'clock, got up at 6, was on the bike back by 7, like riding 14 days straight basically. This trip coming up, it's going to be a little bit more chill. We're going to get there, we're going to hang out for an afternoon, go out at night, you know, there'll be some day trips and stuff like that, but there is a very real possibility that our bikes might be sitting in the parking lots for 12 to 16 hours at a time, like, and you know, hotel parkades aren't always super well guarded or secured, so this is just another deterrent. Like, I'm gonna throw it on the back there, I'll have my reminder so that I don't just jump on it and go to ride away, but you know, it's not like there's no guarantees that your bike still won't get stolen. So to aid with another deterrent, I went ahead and ordered up just a regular padlock and a 7-foot cable. And I'll show you this in another video when both the bikes in the garage here are mobile. But what I plan to do is Angry Ginger will throw a disc lock on, I'll throw my disc lock on, and then I'll loop this through the frame, like around the swing arms or whatever, and then padlock it. So now if they take off my front wheel and go to roll it away, it's going to get hung up on his bike with this. Or if they take off his back wheel and go to roll it away or something, which, I mean, good fucking luck with a 700-pound bike, lifting it from the back end and wheeling it away, but you know what I mean. So then we'll have the cable to help hold them together, basically. And again, if we come across some like extreme professionals, it's not going to take much for an oxyacetylene to just cut through that. Oxyacetylene to blow out this lock. They're not going to care if they damage the rims, and then they'll steal the bikes, which would be a sad day, and I would cry. I'm pretty sure the Angry Ginger would cry as well. So I hope this video helped shed a little bit of light on some bike protection, and you don't have to specifically grab this Xena or whatever. Like, it was about 45 bucks Canadian. So that's really not too expensive. And then this cable was about $8. That's not too bad. They have ones that are like all the way up to like $250 with alarms, and there's all sorts of different shapes and sizes and several different companies. So hit the manufacturer's website, see what they recommend for your bike, and some of them even have like area guides. So if you park in your garage, you don't need something this hardcore. If you park in a school parking lot, you don't need something this hardcore or whatever. Like, they'll help guide you with your selections, and then they'll tell you which product is right for yours. Because this big X2 may not actually fit between the rim and the rotor on, say, like an R1 or something like that. So that's something that you got to take into consideration as well, is you got to get the one that fits your bike. So I hope you guys learned something. As you can see, they're pretty straightforward to use. Like, I've never used one before, and I guess minor mechanical knowledge of how things turn would be ideal, but whatever. Make sure you go on and hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you come up with any suggestions on where to hook this when I have it on the back rotor. And thanks for taking the time to watch, guys.